Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Today's Restaurant Networking Group. Today is January 30th. My name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of Today's Restaurant, and we are a group of vendors who are here trying to help each other grow our businesses and to help any restaurant owner, manager, or chef who might have a question or a concern that they need help with. So we invite you to call us if you'd like to come to a meeting or submit a question. And you can do that at 561 620 8888 or go to our website at trnusa.com. And good morning, everybody, in this cold January 30th in Florida. The unthinkable might happen. We might get snow in Florida.
We've already had it.
Not here.
It's coming down as far as Palm Beach
Hasn't happened yet.
and the Gulf Coast, all the way down Fort Myers. Yeah.
I love it because there's a dome around Alabama. It just goes all around us, and we let you guys deal with it.
20 degrees here tomorrow and the next day. Here in Boca.
I'll take 20. I'll take 20. Sunday, it's going to be the high is going to be 15 here.
Kurt, I got an email from your contemporary up in New York again. The guy's hot to trot. He wants to come in and join the group. Did I tell you his name?
I don't think you did. Is it Harrison?
Yes.
Yeah. Harrison's yeah. He messaged me the other day and was like, "Hey, tell me about TRN." And I was just like, like I told him, I was like, it's two groups. I gave him like a spiel, and he's like, "Get me in there, my guy." And I was like, "That's not up to me. You got to talk to Howard."
I'd love to have him, but actually the company in the 11 o'clock group is good until June.
Yeah.
So
he's actually he's like number one or number two reps in our entire company. Like he's a killer. Like he's actually like I went down and trained with him when I started in the company. So he's like, he's up there. He's really good. I'm looking forward to hanging out with him in Cabo because I made President's Club this year. So me and him I'm gonna be like soaking up all the information.
Oh, congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah,
thank you.
Congratulations.
Don't drink the water, Kurt. Don't drink the water.
Hey, Howard. Nick won't be here. He told me to tell you. Nick, he'll be here next week.
And Chris, did you get my email during the week?
No, I did not, sir.
Okay. Saw somebody on LinkedIn there was a position looking for somebody, or him looking for something. I don't remember. Well, once I send it, I have limited capacity in my head. It comes in, and something else comes in, something's got to go out.
I see some stuff dripping now.
Don't worry.
We had a pretty good discussion last week on wants and needs. So I'll open that up again. If anybody has any wants or needs that you want to talk about today, now's the time.
I need people to be using the phrase, "It's been a minute." Okay? It was funny the first time you heard it. It was kind of funny the second time. I was in a conversation 4 days ago with a guy. He couldn't stop saying, "Well, Chris, I'm trying to think. It's been a minute. And, since we last talked, because I was trying to think the last time we talked. Yeah, it has been a minute, It's like, okay, I got it. You're funny. Move on." Not that I'm bitter, but but that phrase, anyway, better things to talk about than "it's been a minute."
Well, it's been a minute, Chris. So do you want to continue?
Give me a few more minutes.
Anyone needs or
No.
Wait a minute.
you had to know Ed was going to jump in there with that. You had to know that.
I know. Yeah.
Let me try and show you this video that I saw this morning. Unless somebody's got something they want to bring up first. because this is something that Brian was talking about, and something that it's pretty prevalent in the world today. So hold on a second.
Is that going to show how Brian puts on his tie in his picture?
I almost forgot how to do that. I haven't worn one in a while.
Well, yeah, you have your collection of clip-ons.
That's it.
You know, I don't even remember if I can tie a tie anymore. It's been so long.
Or you just leave them tied, open it up, and just put it on the rack.
I'm sorry, I came in late. You can just get the clip-ons like I have.
Oh yeah, cool, Rick, real cool.
Hey, Ed,
It works.
I think when we go to the petroleum show, we should wear our red suits.
Hold on,
And
let
the
me get that.
second day, wear white.
Like the guy from Red from
We have to get matching hats.
That's it.
Oh my God, Big Red. Howard didn't know who Big Red was.
Well,
It was a gum.
oh, chew the gum called Big Red. That one? I know the song and I know the gum, and it was delicious. It was a hot cinnamon.
It was great.
If I remember right, Big Red sells gambling equipment into convenience stores in the Carolinas and Georgia.
Big Red?
Yep, Big Red. And Big Red is probably 400 pounds. He's big.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I got it. Hold on a
He
second.
sees Omar the tent maker.
All right.
Hold on a second and watch this.
Uh-oh.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully.
Different cuts, one station. Works with your existing charbroiler. Roll it in and press start. Optimized by AI in real time. Analyzing the meat. Flame detection. Dialed in doneness every time. Chef level results just got easier. Built for peak hours. Trusted by real restaurant operation. Meet Grill X. Grill X. Let's get cooking. Steakhouse consistency, now scalable. Meet Grill X. Every protein, same quality. Different cuts, one station. Works with your existing charbroiler. Roll it in and press start. Optimized by AI in real time. Analyzing the meat. Flame detection. Dialed in doneness every time. Chef level results just got easier. Built for peak hours. Trusted by real restaurant operation. Meet Grill X.
Brought to you by Skynet.
What do you think about that?
Well,
I should go
Howard,
up my house.
that
How
ties
would-
into
how-
articles I read where, okay.
My question is this is what's the ROI on something like that? Because those are not going to be cheap, but you can save on the labor. But how much would you have to sell to be able to make your money back?
I don't know how much it cost. You're seeing it. I only saw it this morning before the meeting started, so I really haven't had a chance to investigate it properly. But I thought it was pretty damn amazing.
Yeah.
And
But that ties into articles I'm reading right now. Look at what Amazon and Meta and how many people they're starting to lay off, trying to scale back. And I guarantee all that is because they're finally figuring out how to use AI in a lot of office jobs.
right.
Yeah.
There were ads all over the internet, all over social media for, are you thinking about hiring a receptionist to answer your calls, for $15,000 a year, where you can use our AI for $75 a month.
We thought about a lot of during annual enrollment. A lot of my colleagues are using that kind of stuff because it'll get the message and send it right to their email. And so this way they're not missing any messages. So
partnered up with Loman AI too. I'm sure you guys have heard of Loman.
no.
So
No.
Loman AI is an answering service that will answer your phone and take reservations for your restaurant, also take to-go orders and send them straight into the kitchen. So like you can basically get rid of your to-go person aside from somebody bagging up the food. So
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I also saw a video this morning, which was something that I wanted to bring up also. It was a video of President John F. Kennedy walking with Kobe Bryant and having a conversation like they were alive today.
Oh yeah, you can't believe anything you see on the internet anymore.
Exactly right. I mean,
No.
when you look at social media today, when it first started, everybody was looking at it and picking up information, but now you don't know what's real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at Brian's picture you had before.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly.
It's actually kind of scary.
Well, it was my suit, his head.
Yeah, it's the before and after.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Howard,
Optimus.
why don't you show yours? I mean, you're the chef.
All right, talk amongst yourselves. I gotta find it.
Oh.
Coffee talk. Talk amongst yourselves. Coffee talk.
Oh,
But that robot that Howard just showed, I mean, even that will be out of like date within like 3 years, I would guess, especially because of Tesla Optimus. Like, I think within the next like 5 to 8 years, like people won't even remember that Tesla used to make cars because the Optimus robots are going to be like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie I, Robot with Will Smith.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's literally what Elon Musk is doing right now with Tesla Optimus. Like it's going to be that within the next
So
10 years or so.
the cost of that thing is probably the cost of like an Ultrasham, probably around 35,000.
Mm-hmm. And it's only going to get cheaper and cheaper, just like all technology does.
Yeah,
what's going to happen?
I don't think the Optimus.
Oh, that's cool. That looks great, Howard.
Loiter.
Yeah, you know what? He does look like the Swedish chef.
That does.
Yeah. Golly.
He looks like the guy on the front of the Chef Boyardee can.
He does, yes.
That took all of 2 minutes to do.
Yeah, he's getting pretty good with this stuff. Y'all better watch out.
Uh-oh.
Brandon, something about that robot grill.
Yeah, I was gonna say that with the price of beef the way that it is, you only have to sell like 6 steaks before you get the machine paid off. But just kidding. But that is really cool. Working in the plant environment, we had a lot of robotics already being implemented that they even have robotic palletizers now where you can stack boxes robotically on a pallet and then wrap it and do it all without anyone touching the product before it gets loaded onto a truck. Mm-hmm. So it's there. I don't know. Again, like the only thing a robot can't do is well, maybe they can do it now, but it's good to have smell and sight when you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to replicate that electronically. Is my only.
Yeah.
Well, once they do that, humans are going to start disappearing and being tied up and without any contact. Oh my gosh. Where's
Hal? Where's Hal?
And what Kurt said, the Tesla, the car, that's not anything. That's not even his business. That's not even SpaceX. Listen, he's got hands in so much stuff. He is the future. I don't think he's from this world. I really don't. I really came from somewhere else.
Tesla said, Musk said by 2030 there'll be more robots than people.
I believe him. I really.
Yeah. He's in the process of merging SpaceX, Tesla, and I think X all into one giant company. I was just like, hey, what if he just names it Skynet and gets it over with?
Oh no! If he names it Skynet, I'm going to.
Yep.
I'm digging a hole. Gone.
No,
I'm calling Arnold Schwarzenegger so he can save the world.
Well, you can go to Greenland.
Yeah, I've heard Greenland's actually a very pretty place to visit, but
it is.
If you like snow and ice.
The SeaWorld.
I got to tell you that over the last couple of weeks, I've been watching, it's going to sound crazy, but I've been watching some video series on World War II. And you can really understand what's going on today based on what happened during World War II and some of the reasons for it and some of the results. And Greenland was actually part of the conversation in World War II for the same reasons that it's in the news today.
Well, I think it was Mr. Wonderful. I can't think of his name off the top of my head from Shark Tank. Mr. Wonderful. Either way,
Kevin something, I think.
Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary. He was saying about Greenland that Greenland's extremely important to the U.S. as far as protection is concerned because we know we're not going to get it from Canada. He said Canada right now, you have to take a firecracker lighter to light the ICBMs because their systems are so antiquated. They're so far behind in Canada because we sold them all that equipment and now we've advanced, but they haven't advanced. And so, Greenland's important, but I mean, here's what I heard. This is what I believe. And, whether I'm rocking the boat or not, please forgive me. Some people like Trump, some people don't like Trump. But the whole point is he's blunt and his delivery is wrong, but he's just telling you the truth. It's like, but he comes across as extremely harsh, but it's the truth. We need it because this is why we need it. And people don't understand his dialect, his desire.
Honestly, Rick, I think it's it's classic motherland. Like if you go back and you study like the reason Russia like expands and if they're protecting the motherland, that's the reason like they're invading Ukraine. They're literally trying to protect themselves, right? So Trump's taking the same playbook as from Putin. But at the same time, a lot of people aren't talking about it. That Bill Gates, Peter Thiel, there's like 4 billionaires. I'm trying to remember all 4 of them. They all have like this huge vested interest in Greenland because there's like minerals that are used in the computers for AI, and AI is like the future, and it's all in Greenland. So there's huge billionaires, like 4 billionaires investing in Greenland for all these minerals. And honestly, it almost like, I think that's the thing under the surface. You got to follow the money. And I think honestly, that's the whole thing with Greenland is literally like Trump's like had a meeting with the billionaire buddies and been like, hey, like we need it for our protection, but we also like need these minerals to like propagate the future of AI and like all the. So I think there's under deals going on under there too, where it's just like, hey, if we go in and take Greenland, we're going to make a deal. So that way we like Trump's like, I get a kickback,
But it's not only that, Kurt, but the thing is it stops our dependence on China because we're giving China most of their economy. So if we find something that we can use and we don't have to spend the money to China, China's got to figure out how they're going to get their money. Yeah. And right now, Russia, they're not very wealthy right now. Their economy is hurting. So, but you think about it, the way they're trying to do it strategically. I mean, we got Alaska because we said we wanted security. We wanted Alaska for the pipeline. That's the reason we wanted Alaska is for the oil. You're right. Yep. Greenland is so full of rich of those. What do they call those minerals? Rare
earth.
What?
Rare earth
minerals that it's there, and it's one of the last undiscovered areas or drilling areas of the world right now.
Well,
when Seward bought Alaska, they didn't know there was oil there. That was in the middle of the 1800s.
But when it became a state for the U.S.,
yeah,
that's what I'm speaking about.
Okay, yes, 1959.
Right, became a state because at that point they knew there was oil. So hey, let's go ahead and build this pipeline to feed us, so we don't have to worry about going over to the Middle East. But now we have the tree huggers like, no, don't, because you're going to destroy the world.
Kurt,
just think of all the restaurants that are going to be built in Greenland.
Howard, all four of those billionaires are all part of Silicon Valley, and Peter Thiel is the main guy up there, and Warren Buffett. Those, I mean, if you listen to Whitney Webb, I don't know if anyone has or whatever, you'll be shocked at what's going on. Jeffrey Epstein, amazing.
He's got no say.
It's unbelievable.
Well, Terry, the Silicon Valley, I think, is the only thing that's really keeping California still alive, because most of those are on the liberal side, and they're still funding California because they just announced that another company, huge company, I can't remember who it is relocating to Florida.
True. However, the Silicon Valley oligarchs are the billionaires that Kurt was talking about, right. And they're not even. A lot of them are under the blanket. You don't know anything about them. It's like all the Epstein crap that's gone on. You have no idea. It's crazy.
A lot of the billionaires in California left in December of 25 because they don't want to get 5% of their net wealth taxed.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
It's probably illiquid.
And how is that even fair? I mean, people that make nothing are taxed through the roof, yet I don't know.
Well, if California doesn't fall off the face of the earth, it'll be deserted soon.
Well, my whole family is there, so I hope not.
No, I don't. I mean, but what I'm saying is a lot of people are going to be leaving California because of the taxes. I mean, it's, and right now, who was I reading? Okay, it's gosh. I think it's somebody that's associated with Obama was saying that the Democrats don't want Harris; they want Newsom.
After what he's done to that country, are you kidding me?
That's what the Democrats want. The Democrats don't want Harris because
either one of them was a disaster.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Newsom's going to be on the top of the ticket. I'm telling you.
My son is paying, and everybody in California, gas is over $5 a gallon. Taxes,
how much?
Over $5 a gallon. Down here, it's $2.77.
Yeah, it's absurd.
And taxes are 10%. I mean, who can afford that? You can't afford it.
Yeah.
Yet people do. So based on what we've been talking about, I want to ask a question to the group, and I'll ask you individually to give us an answer. What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now when it comes to reaching new restaurant customers, and what have you tried so far?
Who's going first?
So based upon, call it an obstacle or the advancements of AI that's going to play into this, and robotics. So you wanted to start, Rick?
Well, but my industry, really, the AI comes in the enrollment side of it. They're wanting, first of all, how do I reach restaurateurs? I just go to the bar and say, where's the owner? And the first thing they think is there's a complaint. And it's not a complaint. It's, hey, I want to introduce myself, but I come across as that way. It gets the attention. It gets the attention of the workers to say, hey, there's somebody out here who needs to talk to you, because who always calls for the boss? It's usually someone with a complaint. And then I introduce myself and start a conversation.
That's a great idea.
I mean, and that's it. But the guy that we're working with, and we're starting next week, is his thing is he wanted ease of use because we have enrollment systems called Employee Navigator, and it is such a hassle to put everything in. So they're looking for ease of use. So our application, we put in all the information in the system, and within 20 minutes we have the whole thing built. Everything's built. Okay. And it's somebody else in the background with another company who puts it in their AI system and they send it back to us. Okay. Then we pay for it. It's not cheap, but that's it. So one of our clients are looking for just ease of use, especially when new employees come in. They want something where it's not going to take them off the floor for 30 minutes doing an enrollment. They want in and out because, more people you take off the floor, the more the customers are going to suffer. So, I don't see it as a challenge for them because we have what they need already in place.
What about you, Ed? How about Brandon?
Well, it's been a minute.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
All right. Oh, who wanted to go? I can go.
You can go, Brandon. You can go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look at that in a few minutes.
What I found challenging, because I'm dialing restaurants every day. I just am. So it's not necessarily grabbing the leads. It's getting connected with the decision maker at the right time.
Mhm.
You get on the phone and you ask for the manager, and the manager's like, or they'll say, "Yeah, I'm a manager," and then I tell them what I'm doing, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't make those decisions," and I'm like, "Oh, well." So a lot of times I do a lot of what Rick does. I just go to the restaurant, and I found that the best times to go to a restaurant are between 9 and 11, and then between 2 and 4. And I usually can get right in touch with a decision maker. So, and it just seems more efficient. Um, when you look at the value of the conversations, even though I'm visiting with less people, I'm getting to talk to people that have more power. So that's been my strategy for the last year when it comes to restaurants. It's truly, if I were gonna, well, it's truly the last door-to-door sales industry, I feel like.
Mhm.
Everything else can be, on the phone these days. Like I sold insurance for years, and hardly ever had to sell insurance by walking up to someone's place of business and doing it at their, you know, at their location. Everything can be done on the phone and via the internet. But what I'm finding with restaurants is that um, it is a door-to-door, person-to-person type interaction that where you get your best value on the deals that you make. So,
Howard, can I
So-
piggyback on that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon, how many times does your phone ring at home with telemarketers calling you, trying to sell you something? It's all the time. Okay. But how many times does somebody still knock on your door and try and sell you that vacuum cleaner? It doesn't exist anymore.
yeah.
It
It's all
does for
done-
solar. I'm just saying, the solar
What's that?
people won't leave me alone. I said for solar, it exists. Well, in Florida anyways. The solar
Yeah.
people are nonstop knocking on my
So,
door.
okay. So yeah. Okay. That
There's-
And
see,
Spectrum.
but
And
see, Jessica,
Spectrum.
going back on that, Jessica, see, that's the thing now. Who cares about vacuum cleaners when people are putting ceramic tile, hardwood floor on your floors? But we're in an age tower where we're trying to save electricity. So, let's sell solar and go door to door. But Brandon, my partner and I, we're always trying to think of what can we do that somebody else isn't doing. Okay. What we do is if there's a new restaurant opening up, we go visit that restaurant, not for the food, but to get in front of the decision maker of who's doing your benefits.
So I
Yeah.
would like to speak to that if you don't mind, because I'm listening to both of you and I agree. Now with Spectrum, they can either get online and shop, they can call the 800 number, which is my biggest competitor, is them just calling the 800 number. Or for me, because I'm trying to get to them so early, I can't just go to their place of business because sometimes it's still under construction. They're not there. So trying to figure out, will they answer my call if I can find their phone number? Are they going to be at the location? Do I have to talk to the construction guy at the location to figure out how to get to the person? So I think that's the struggle for me, and probably Kurt the same, is we try to get in so we're the first ones. Like, they need my internet before they can get his point of sale, and before they can get cameras, and before they can do anything. So getting to that restaurant owner first, before they call the 800 number, is the struggle for me.
But Jessica, if you can meet the right person who's starting a franchise in your location, and if you can get connected, say, hey, listen, we can make a deal with how many stores you, oh, you're doing 8 stores? Hey, let's get you under contract now. So if somebody visits you after that, you can tell them you're already under contract.
Yeah.
And same thing with Kurt was spot on. We're under contract, but you are correct. It's getting in front of that person. There's a new building that's building up next to our favorite Mexican restaurant, and we drove up by the construction. Hey, what are you building right here? Because we believe it's a daycare. Okay, well, I can see us doing benefits for a daycare, but that may not be our thing. Okay. Sometimes driving up to the construction guys, what's being built here, and if you say, oh, it's going to be a new Duffy's or a new, whatever, then at least you have something to go on.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm coming from a different angle, because generally we're a niche of a niche of a niche market. So we're selling ice cream equipment. I generally have to be involved in this long before the construction starts. I have to be there when they're planning it or they're talking about it. So that's maybe 6 months to 9 months before anything happens. If I'm not involved, it's too late at that point. So I'm going to be there way before any kind of construction, way before anything's public, way before they approach Chris about an executive chef. I've got to be in there.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes towards the whole thing about like why we network, right? I mean, having ears and eyes everywhere is so valuable. I mean, Ed, you might like be better off, with a commercial realtor as your ally, because you're going to get there first with the commercial realtor. Whereas me and Jessica are like, we kind of go in at the exact same time. So like we work really well together, but just having people in general that you are going to show up, do a good job. That's why we join networking groups like this. I have, a couple others that I'm in, is because you just, instead of one, they say two heads are better than one, blah, 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 So it's just nice having eyes and ears and phone numbers, be like, oh, did you talk to this person? And then I've said it before to Jessica, and I think I've said it in this group, it's like statistically, if you show up to a restaurant and while they're still in construction, you're the first one there, it's an 80% chance of closing, right? Whereas if you're trying to generate new business that's already open and you're just walking in cold to a door and they don't know who you are, it's like 10%. It's really, really low. And then if you have a warm introduction, like, me and Brian been talking, it goes all the way up to 30 to 40%. So being the first one there for a new restaurant is like the bread and butter for me and Jessica. And then if you get warm introductions from allies or merchant referrals, blah, 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 like then the statistics go up. But like just pulling doors and going in cold, like 10%, like, I mean, you're not going to be very successful. So
Kurt, to kind of go at a different angle of that, the restaurant Jefferson's that we visited, well, they already had 5 other stores open, but I asked him one question: who does your benefits? That was a key question because he doesn't like the broker he was using. In your position, you go to a restaurant, you look at their antiquated POS system, and you can say, man, start that conversation, say, hey, has anybody ever talked to you about updating this? It's just a simple question, but I understand where you're coming from. If you're not there at the right time, you're done. You're done.
Timing is everything. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
you're right. Yeah. But like,
it's literally the luck of getting in front of the decision maker, the right timing of them actually thinking about making that decision, and then the real sales process starts. It's you generating value and showing how like you're going to make their lives easier, make their business better, save them money, make them money, et cetera.
Well, and just to speak to the existing versus new, I mean, we can go in, Kurt, myself, probably any of us, and try to get them from the competitor, but obviously it's a much more smooth transaction to try to get them initially before you're switching them, because especially from what I've seen from Kurt's standpoint, is they don't want to change their point of sale because they're afraid they're going to have to retrain. They're going to have to do all of this, all of these things, even if it's a better deal. You have to get over that hurdle now we have to make these changes while you're still in operation.
Hey, Jessica, to piggyback on that, if they're
Mhm.
not willing to make a change with the way AI is going, they're not gonna succeed.
Oh yeah.
You've
Yeah.
got to be able to keep up with the changes and say, okay, I'm gonna have to struggle and retrain my people, but it's gonna be for the better for the company because we're going to be keeping up with everything else. If you have a new POS system or you have the newest fiber, okay, that could speed up their process on that POS system, you guys work together. You need a fast system for that POS system to work. That POS system is not going to work if you don't have an updated fiber system. You're going to have to spend money on training and new product if you want to stay in business with the way things are going.
Absolutely. It's a
yeah.
conversation that has to be had. It's not always the
Yeah.
easiest, but it's definitely one that has to be had.
That goes to the mentality of being the salesperson too. Like you literally have to go in and just be like, I mean, you should want to talk. Like every time you talk to an owner, it's kind of having that mentality of like, you should want to talk to me because I'm talking to your competition. I know what the market trends are. I know exactly like how the technology is going. I guarantee you I can make your business more efficient and save you money or make you more money. So like you should want to talk to me. And if you don't want to talk to me, I'm going to go talk to your competition and they're going to destroy you. So like,
Well, and that goes into Kurt saying you will always be smarter than the owner, always, because all they know is the numbers. The Jefferson's partners we're working with, we got two partners. One, he's all about the numbers. Two, he knows how the franchise works. It works great because it works together. But if you put them together in the same room, it's like they talk over each other. It's like, stop. Okay, I'm talking about this now and then this later, so but
But
yeah, you're right. I'm going to go talk to your competition, talk about their benefits, and their benefits are going to be 10 times. So they're going to pull your employees from you because you're not offering the better benefits. Slam dunk, sale close, paycheck time.
but
assume.
It seems to me that that people in business of reaching restaurants should be joined at the hip with Steve and Brian and Terry, because they're getting in at the beginning. Steve's getting them the location,
yeah.
and Brian's getting them financing.
Like what Kurt and Jessica said, I usually have to get there in there pretty early. A lot of times either they've already talked to somebody, or they already bought their equipment. So a lot of mine is like a process of 3, 4, 5 months out. I get them financed because generally there's always delays in opening a restaurant. There's a lot of factors come into play. You know, business licenses, liquor licenses, things like that. So, a lot of times I get in there early, or I get stuff that comes in at the 11th hour. And the problem I have with that a lot of times is on a startup is people have already pinged their credit's dropped, makes it tougher for me to get them financed because it's like when they started, they had in 700s. Now they're like 600 because they've already pinged their credit. They have no capital. They come to me as a last resort. And a lot of times I'll get it done for them. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not. But to answer the question for the group, last year, it was a tough year. This year, I'm looking at different directions of how to go after clients. And that's why I'm working with Howard. And the way I'm trying to do this is more as informational when I do these email blasts, not like, hey, I'm Brian. I need your business. I want to finance your equipment. I want to be more like informational purpose. I don't want to come across as every sales rep out there. I'm trying to sell myself. I've always done it where I'm accessible. I can talk. And the question is like what
Yeah, this is what Brian and I are working on right now. If you could see it, It's basically a newsletter that he's going to be able to send out to his clients and potential clients. It's informational.
So, and in my industry is very competitive, and a lot of it is very automated. So basically, a lot of my dealers they've teamed up with other financial institutions. Okay, you go on there, you fill out an app. 30 seconds later, you get something spit back. Maybe it's not the amount that you want. It's not the term you want, not the rate that you want. So what I try to do is, hey, I'll help you. I'll talk to you. I'll find out what you're looking for. I'll find what you're looking for. Try to help you get the best term, best rate, and get it done for you. So, and I tell these people if you go online, it's almost like applying for a credit card. 30 seconds later, you get something that's really not what you want, but it's out there and I compete against it all day long. So what I'm trying to do this year is more, go after clients, whoever, and be more informational type of thing, not just be kind of like your every sales rep that's out there, be more of a consultant and help them. So try some different things. I think we're all in the same boat. We're all competing against, all of us in this group compete against somebody. And it's, just trying to do something different. Like with Ed, we work together on some stuff, and I know he has a niche product, and it, makes it tough sometimes that not everybody wants ice cream. We're going to put ice cream into their location. You know, it's uh, it's what it is. So, but
Brian, I'm going to follow up on that. When myself and my wife first got involved in this in 2008, we in Jacksonville, I'll just say here, gelato machines. No one knew what they would call that Italiano ice cream. That's all they knew, and
yeah,
it's amazing the change that has happened, because now at least I have people that are calling me that I may have met
yeah,
15 years ago. They're coming back and talking to me now. And one thing I always do, I try to follow up with people if they have a problem, try to resolve their problem. And it's amazing the amount of referrals I can get from that. It's amazing.
yeah. But yeah.
Well, I'd like to get our intros in so that the people who would know who we may be, unless somebody's got something they want to add right now.
Oh, I was gonna add for me it's a little bit different because I actually reach out to whether it's restaurant or whoever it is in the tail end of their business because I do sales, so not necessarily commercial real estate, which I think you were implying, Howard. So for me, like I can't go to like a restaurant. I mean I can, but the success rate is like 1%. Where like I can't just go and approach a restaurant owner at the restaurant because if they are planning to sell, they don't want their competitors knowing, they don't want their employees knowing, they don't want anybody knowing, right? Because the second that you're about to sell, people start jumping ship, they get scared. So for me, I mean, the most difficult part is just getting even that conversation, which is why, I do networking, like joining groups like this. And, like right now, one of the changes, which I think I mentioned in the last meeting, was like I'm doing white label appraisals now. And the reason for that is because I'm trying to secure like better partnerships with like accountants because they're the ones that know immediately like who's going to sell and who's not going to sell. So if someone needs an appraisal, I'm doing it under their brand, which means that they're gonna come to me because we're partners in it, right? So like that's some stuff that I'm doing to like remedy that type of thing. But for the most part, that's probably the biggest difficulty is just even getting that conversation because you never know who's gonna want to sell.
That's true.
Hey, one other thing, real quick. I've made some rounds, and like we talked last week, about going out and seeing people, and I make initiatives to go out and see vendors. I've create a relationship with this guy. And I'm going to go, there's other locations in the state of Georgia, but I can't always get to. Um, University of Georgia, maybe University of Florida has done this. They have a small business development center. Okay. And what they do, they don't sell, they help all different businesses that are coming in. They come there and they consult with them and they help them get with their business and develop and see if it's worthwhile pursuing. So I've hooked up with this guy and I left him some information for new restaurants that are coming into his area. He handles like Lawrenceville and Athens and all this area, um, northeast of Georgia. And that might be an avenue for maybe some people to investigate if maybe the University of Florida has something like that where you can drop off information. Say, hey, if you have a client that's looking to open up, recommend me. So it's basically a nonprofit. They're not selling, so they don't do any financing. They don't do anything. So, but that might be some food for thought for you guys down there in the South.
Isn't there an agency? I think it's called SCORE, where
There's another one, yeah.
retired
Yeah.
business people get together.
Yeah.
And if you have a question or an issue, you can contact them.
Yeah.
And I did that very early on when I started this many years ago. And they tried to be helpful.
Yeah.
It's the division of the SBA.
Yeah.
Right. All right, I want to do our intros, like I said. Jessica, why don't you start us off?
Hey guys, Jessica Kirby with Spectrum Business. Spectrum Business, we cover any business really that needs internet, phone service, and that being voice over IP, a regular phone line for a fire alarm or security, or cell phone service. And then we also do television service as well. So we are one of just a few cable companies left in the nation. And so we do provide TV service to local bars and restaurants, sports packages, different things like that. The best referral for me, obviously, is anybody opening a business. And so that's pretty simple, or if they're just not happy with their current provider. And then we've gotten very, very popular with our cell phone service. So if you know anybody that's interested in talking about switching their cell phones, even if they are a business owner, I have a lot of business owners that they switch all of their service over. It does not have to be attached to their business. A business owner can still take their family plan or whatever's on there and move it over, and it's just linked to a business account because they have to show that they have internet somewhere. So if you know anybody that would like to save money or just opening a new business and would like to not have to call an 800 number, please have them give me a call. My phone number is 813-326-2246. I can also be reached by email at jessica.kirby@charter.com. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning. So I am Steven Fuentes. So I am the VP for the Shark Team Business Brokers. So we help people buy and sell businesses. So if you or someone you know is interested in selling their business, we not only sell the business and do the transaction, we're also business appraisers. So we do both sides of it. So if anybody's interested in that, just give me a call. My phone number is 407-547-6996. And my email is Steven, Steven, at sharkteam.com.
Okay, thank you. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brandon, and I'm with ITD Food Safety. And we do everything food safety related here in Florida and across the country, whether you're a school or a restaurant or a military base. We provide technology that helps you implement food safety in a lot more regimented and streamlined way with all your record keeping and HACCP compliance and everything around that. We've also branched into education. So I do the ServSafe manager certifications for all managers across the board, anyone that needs food safety training. And then we made the announcement last week, but now we also do restaurant chemicals. So I offer dishwasher service contracts and a full line of chemicals that you can use in your restaurant to make your food safer and your kitchens cleaner. So you can get a hold of us at our website, or you can contact me directly at 321-308-6137, or my email at brandon@itdfoodsafety.com.
Okay, thank you. Kurt, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Kurt Hayden. I'm with Spot On. We're a restaurant technology company. We've got, I think, close to 10 AI tools now, since we were talking about AI, but we do everything under the sun that a restaurant needs as far as technology is concerned. So point of sale, credit card processing, we help with online ordering, we help with their websites. We have handheld devices, we do QR codes, literally anything that a restaurant needs to help make their business more profitable and efficient. We're also the #1 rated point of sale system in the United States, according to NerdWallet, G2, and Capterra for 5 years running in a row. So if you ever need help with your restaurant technology, like I said, Kurt Hayden with Spot On. It's kurt.hayden@spoton.com, and my cell phone is 727-667-3825. And even if you have a question and I can help, just reach out.
Thank you. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant All-Stars. We provide talent, and talent for restaurant companies looking to either upgrade or replace existing salaried professionals. And we have a database of several thousand people developed over the years, been recruiting since the 80s, and work on behalf of mostly restaurant companies, but we've also done some work with private clubs as well as hotels, providing chefs, food and beverage directors, and even corporate executives, chefs, corporate executive operations people. And we have references, some of whom are actually going to come to the phone and tell you what great people we are. And the others will not be making the Christmas card list. So, but we can be found at 404 All-Star, Restaurant All-Stars, 404 All-Stars. And we welcome phone calls because there's only so much time. And nothing lasts forever. So as they used to say at the end of the Bartles and James commercials, we thank you for your support.
In a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
Go ahead,
Ed. Thank you for the salute.
Go ahead, Ed.
Okay. My name is Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales in Orange Park, Florida.
What's your real name?
Mr. Ed. I'm on the back 40 eating right now. I'm grazing. Okay. Anyway, we're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment. So we have soft serve ice cream machines from Carpigiani. We have batch freezers for hard ice cream from Carpigiani and BGI. We have display cases from ESA and GTI Design. We have drink machines from Vier. We have whipped cream machines, blast freezers, hardening cabinets. You name it, we've got it. You can reach me at 904-334-4489. You can call or text. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. Rick, good morning again.
Good morning, everybody. Rick Israel with Lifeline Insurance Consultants here, based in downtown Huntsville, Alabama. Yes, where it's frigid cold today. But we are an independent insurance brokerage firm. We help individuals transition off group insurance into the Medicare field. We also help individuals who need health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. One of our main niches, though, is employee group and voluntary benefits. We actually can go into a business, do a quick review of their current plan that they have, and we can do a quote for them and possibly move them to a different company. We represent companies like Guardian, Principal, just to name a few. So if we can be of any assistance, please give us a call. We are licensed in Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. We can be reached at 256-746-9581. And my email is rick@life-lineinsurance.com.
And Brian, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian with Rogue Financial Group. We are a commercial equipment financing company. We work from small to large projects all over the country. We'll do startups from restaurants to convenience stores. I primarily work in that industry. I have other industries I work in, but primarily hospitality. And again, it's Brian with Rogue Financial Group. I can be reached at 404-723-7222. Thanks.
Okay. And TRN Terry.
Two things before I start. That wasn't one of them. Ed is affiliated with Hugo Montenegro. I just wanted y'all to know, with his song "Grazing in the Grass." And for Kurt, listening to everyone, number one, everything that he said is everything that I personally have done throughout my 10 years as a national sales manager before I came to Florida when I lived in California. The number one thing that everyone, I don't care what business, what you're in, that people are looking for is the best price. If you go in there and say, if you don't want to talk to me, you're not, you can't, you're not going to save money, whatever you do. I get calls all the time and people say, well, why should I buy your list? Well, you don't buy my list. Don't buy it. I'll send you a sample. You don't like it? Don't buy it. But I can promise you I'm second to none anywhere in the US. So, do what you want. And they always come back and say, well, I've looked at this. It's a whole lot more money for not even a portion of what you have. So you have to have the best. You have to go in there to not to be nice, not to be wordy, you only have a minute to catch the owner's attention. And if you don't go in there with something that is going to help them, and this is what I learned in 10 years of working trade shows, buying group shows, you have 1 minute to get their attention and say, look, I can save you money, spot on, we're number one, give us a chance. You don't give us a chance, how can we help you? We're not going to be able to help you. Give us a chance. Let me tell you what we can do. And it works every time. And if it doesn't work, then the people are whatever.
Terry, I don't want to interrupt but can I jump in real quick?
Absolutely.
Because what you're saying is so perfect. Me and my business partner literally just had a meeting with a huge restaurant group in Florida, and I ran into the owner and he was literally 60 seconds, go. And I had to go, I was like, oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. And I went into a little mini spiel and then booked a meeting with him. And hopefully we're closing this huge restaurant group by the end of February. So you're 100% correct.
Absolutely. And my bosses which were two men, I was the only female salesperson that they had. They had several men. And every time they went to any kind of a very important trade show, like I worked the Western Restaurant Show, many of the buying group shows, and he always took me. He said, I'll take her over any man that we have because I made the sale. I didn't let anyone walk by. 60 seconds to get their attention. That's it. You don't want to introduce yourself. This is what I do. This is where I come from. No. You have to give them what they want to hear. I'm going to save you money and I'm going to do it the right way. And it's not going to cost you a thing. Let's go. Period. That's it. And the courtesy and the follow-up. That's it. That's all you got to do. So with that, me and my team supply a lead report every single month in an Excel spreadsheet. Many people in both groups get it. I got a call yesterday from somebody that gets the lead report that's been with us forever since we started. And he's with a very big company and national company. And he said to me, Terry, I've got a problem. I go, what's the matter? And he goes, well, when we went to the restaurant show in Florida, somebody else in our company bought your lead report as well. Before I was the only one getting it. And he goes, now, when you send that report out, he goes, I have to stop what I'm doing and plug it into our system. And if I don't plug it into our system right then, when I go to do it, I can't use the report because they only accept one if that address and that name is on that new report that they plug in, he's got to go alone and do it on his own without any help. So I told him, this is what it is. You got to just stop what you're doing and do what you got to do to make those sales, because he's made a ton of sales over the past few years. So with that, anybody that wants a copy of the report, like a sample, go to www.trnusa.com/leads and you'll get an actual report. It's not going to be a newer one. It's not going to have the email addresses, but you'll see what we have. Thank you. Have a good cold weekend. Stay warm. And thank you, Kurt, for that, because that is so important. If everybody remembers that, 60 seconds, period. Like Ed, you're trying to sell that machine that you have. You still have that machine? Sell it.
What kind of machine do you want? I can help you.
Oh, you've got that one
Yeah.
used machine.
That was Steve,
Oh, that was Steve. Never mind.
not Steve Quinn.
I can't keep
All
up.
right.
And
Well,
Jessica's right in there. She is right in there. She in 60 seconds, she tells you who she is, what she does, and that she can save you money. Give it a shot. And Kurt was right on. Stephen, your deal is, you can do this. You're going to be amazing, because now you've brought in another avenue with doing the appraisals. That's truly amazing. So good luck to all of you, and we'll all do whatever we can.
I can't start the meeting. I can't end the meeting.
Well, if you wouldn't interrupt the meeting.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Anyway, if anybody gets snow this weekend, please take a picture of it and send it to me. Especially if you're shoveling. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. See you next week. Again, if you want to come to the 11 o'clock meeting, send me an email and I'll send you the link. If you have the time, I think it'll be worthwhile.
Okay.
So have a great weekend, and let the sauce be with you.